from one controversy to another. Budweiser, Bud Light, right? We're talking about Taiwan risking getting cancelled by the Taiwanese over that. Now we have to talk about Dylan Mulvaney and Budweiser, Bud Light. So Budweiser, they sent Dylan Mulvaney, who is a trans, I guess you could say, activist. I kind of think of him more as a drag queen because he's not really. I don't think he's on hormones or had surgery or anything, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But I mean, yeah, he's identifies as a woman, you could say. And Budweiser put him on one of their cans, and he actually uploaded this ridiculous video of him drinking Budweiser on, I think it was Instagram. Dom, do you want to play his original video? Because I think it's worth showing because people can, see what this is all about.
Evaluate for themselves.
Yeah, you can evaluate for yourselves what you think. Do you think this is...
So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love, I love too. Okay. Love ya. Okay, break a leg. Woo! Hi!
All right. I mean, it's like, I feel it's offensive. He's identifying, I mean, he's not just identifying as a woman, he's making himself up into a sort of 1950s housewife caricature of a woman, like a bimbo kind of character, I feel it's not even genuine. It's very scripted, and I just think, this is something, there's something weird going on here.
I mean, it seems a bit ridiculous, just in and of itself, but I mean, my wife was offended by it, that's for sure. But for me personally, that was the first time I ever saw it. It was just now, and I'm like, well, whatever. The only thing I'm offended by is you don't know what March Madness is, and you're drinking Bud Light.
Well, I'm sure he does know what March Madness is. I think that was part of the character, though. It's an act, and he's sort of playing a bimbo type character.
Yeah, the ignorant role, and there's other trans that are like
normal.
Blair, like Blair White, right?
Yeah, so, exactly. So let's we can talk about that actually, because that was the thing that made me, well, I was saying it to you before we come on, wasn't I? I feel it's like agenda driven. He's sort of like he or she, I don't know what to say, they, whatever. So this is Blair White, and they picked Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney is getting all these sponsorships, etc., from Budweiser, from this Nike for sports bras. Dylan Mulvaney hasn't even had surgery to create breasts. And so I was like, why is he being sponsored by a sports bra? It's totally ridiculous. So I was like, if it's not agenda driven, hey, bud, why don't you get Blair White, who is a conservative transgender woman? Why don't you get Blair White to be the face of Bud Light,
I wonder if it would have had any different impact, though, to fundamentally, I mean, if you were a real marketing person and you looked at the background of your consumer base and you said to myself, is my consumer base this generation or is it that generation? Or if
I don't think Blair White would have acted like a bimbo, though.
That's true too. Blair White might have said, hey, this is what I drink to celebrate March Madness, who knows? Maybe
I think Blair White knows what March Madness is, though.
Right. Yeah, of course. That's probably an accurate statement. And like you said before, it might be that Mulvaney knows what it is too, and that it was just.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. He playing the role of this. What is?
Oh yeah, here's the sports bra thing. Play the sports bra thing.
That is for older women looking to fight wrinkles. It's a pander. It's nothing more than a pander. And then there's Nike. The one thing a biological man doesn't typically have is breasts. Dylan is no exception. She's been hired by Nike to model their sports bras. There's, of all things, Paul, not their sneakers, not their headbands, their sports bras. This is such a middle finger to actual women. You can't find an actual woman with actual breasts to model and market your sports bras, Nike. What is this?
Now, the shootings in
It's funny, right? Because like most women, or a lot of women, like complain about having breasts in sport. I know my wife is like, oh, I wish, it's so annoying when I run and like, and it's kind of like, why would you pick someone, if you don't have breasts, you don't need a bra.
Right. Not even a sports one on top of that, where
Not even a
you're trying
sports
to
one.
minimize movement, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of like, it also makes me think that Dylan Mulvaney is not really that serious about being a trans. Like he's doing an act, because if he was really a serious transgender, he would have had surgery, right? He would have had implants. So
Yeah.
he would have breasts. So it shows he's not, if he's getting all this Bud Light money or whatever, why can't he afford a $5,000 for a breast augmentation?
I wonder how much he was paid for these advertisements. That's the real dirty money.
I'm sure he was paid. Yeah, I'm sure he was. Well, he's got 10 million on TikTok. He's got something like 1.9 million on Instagram, I think. So those are pretty good numbers. I would say he's getting paid maybe at least $10,000 a post. I don't know, but
well, no, he probably is getting more than that.
Maybe, yeah, because he's so high profile now. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting to find out. It says estimated 50,000 to 80,000 per post.
Wow, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's who knows? Well, if he's getting 80,000 per post, he can afford a breast surgery.
He can afford whatever he wants.
That makes me think, even if he says he's had the surgery, the other surgery, the bottom surgery, who knows, right? I don't believe that unless he's had the breast. I don't believe he's really, I think he's more like a drag queen. I don't think he's actually, this guy's been trying to get famous for a long time. You look at background on him, he's been on a load of game shows. He's been on a load of different TV shows trying to get him.
So you question his genuine ability to change who he is.
I question it. Yeah. I mean, he could be gay, and in that case, it probably doesn't, go against what he, his stands for.
Well,
but
I mean, you can question if he's genuine or not. That makes complete sense to me. I think it's odd that how Budweiser thinks they should spend their money on this, which really people are saying like Budweiser lost $5 billion. Well, when you're $174 billion stock, like
there is that's him on. I think that was Ellen DeGeneres' show.
But he wasn't dressed in women's clothing there. That was
that's what I mean. So before he did this, he's only on 365, day 365, 1 year of womanhood, right? So before then, he appeared as a man on a load of different shows, on a load of game shows and things like that, Ellen DeGeneres show. And so he was chasing fame even then, but he never really hit the big time until he did this whole trans thing.
Yeah, so I think it's questionable to bring in his agenda, as you spoke about in the beginning, is what's the agenda here that's being pushed, and and how much money is he looking to make, and is it really worth it? Does he have who does he get a salary from is the real question. That's kind of
he should just do the top surgery. I think someone should challenge him to do it. There was a guy, this is kind of weird, right? Weird that I know this, but there was a guy who bet someone $10,000 that he would do a female breast surgery, and he wasn't gay or trans or anything, and he did breast surgery, and the guy he was a high stakes gambler, and the guy pays him $10,000 a year to keep the implants in. So he has a C cup, and he's a guy, and he said, I keep them in because it's putting my kids through college. It's totally ridiculous. It's true. It's a true story. You can look this up, right? So Dylan Mulvaney, even if you're not trans, even if you're not whatever, I dare you, do the surgery. We'll pay you, right? We'll pay you $10,000 a year. No, we won't. Let's not say that.
No.
But
someone might. We won't.
Yeah. Anyway, but it is quite serious because we've made jokes about this, but there is one thing that there was a video posted by a local distributor of Bud Light. And Dom, you might want to pull that up. Let's just watch that video because the guy is basically talking about the effect that this has had on sales.
I work for an affiliate company. I am a merchandiser. and the sole product of the company I work for is Anheuser-Busch products. So with all this canceling going on, I've never seen such little sales in this past few days on these products. And it's sad because when people don't buy this beer, I don't make money, and I can't feed my family. So it's kind of heartbreaking, I guess, that Anheuser-Busch did what they did. They don't know their clientele. So it's kind of heartbreaking. Thanks, Anheuser-Busch. I may not be able to feed my family coming up here soon.
Yeah. So, Dom just posted in the chat, could this guy be a paid actor? Maybe there's more agendas going the other way, but who knows? If it is genuine, it's very sad that he's seeing a drop in sales and stuff. So, it is affecting people.
There's real world effects to the nonsense and to the circus again. Another circus show for the world.
It's all get woke, go broke, isn't it?
Yeah, right. That's the motto that's going on right now. But I think fundamentally, it's just they're real world effects for people's agendas. For each individual who's working hard, no matter what they're doing or how they're doing it, someone down the line can tote something and hurt them for it.
And so I think we should end it on the message, Bud Light, if you want to win back your conservative audience, get Blair White on your can. I would buy it. Actually, no, I don't drink, so I wouldn't buy it. But I'll buy O'Doul's again, which is one of your non-alcoholic beers. Get Blair White on an O'Doul's can, and I'll buy it.